Would you believe it's been 8 months since my last wild camp on Mullach Moor? Life sometimes just gets in the way and somehow the months slip by. But in this video I'm finally back out, pitching the tent once again for my first wild camp of 2026. And it feels so good to be back. Finally folks, I'm back out with Kev after a 7-month hiatus, back out wild camping.
Out and about!
There he is, happy days. This is the first wild camp of 2026 and it is June the 20th, so aye, it's been a while. Summer solstice tomorrow as well. Actually getting some spray on my face. Such finesse, Kev, such finesse. Made a bit of a boo-boo folks. For some reason, I thought the start of the walk was at the top of the car park there. It's actually, you want to cross the first bridge but not the second one, although you want to have a quick look at the falls. And then you go through the first gate on your right if you're coming over the first bridge. So yeah, I think other people made the same mistake because you saw the footprints on that muddy section at the car park. So aye, we'll not be the first and we'll not be the last. I'll keep telling myself that. That there folks is Stob Ban. That's our objective tomorrow morning. If I pan to my left, we've got Scurvaim, which is part of the Devil's Ridge over the other side. And then if I pan full around yet again, you've got Mullach Moor, and then we've got the southern flanks here of Glen Nevis, and typically heads in the clouds. And there is wee Kev. When I was putting my boots on earlier on, I discovered that I managed to pack odd socks. So on my left foot, I've got a regular sock, and on my right foot, I've got a hiking sock. So I'm just hoping my left foot isn't sorer because of that. To be fair, these boots are like trainers, and then tomorrow I'll switch around. I'll give the left foot a treat of the nice hiking sock. What a donut. And I don't want to blame the missus because I'll get a slap. I'm not sure who organised the socks on that occasion. What's the time, Kev?
A long overdue. Rap o'clock.
Rap o'clock, folks. Yes. First one in about 8 months. Quite an impressive gorge this, by the way. So both me and Kevin have done these Munros before. I think for both of us it's approximately 16 years. And we're not doing this for a bagging trip. This is solely to try and get the motivation back. Because I don't know why, but both of us have been struggling this year. And we just get the banter going, just get out and enjoy it. And for some of you who've been watching my channel for a while, you might even recognise our pitch tonight. If it isn't too windy, it's a lock-in that we pitched in there when we did the Ring of Steel. That must have been 2018, 2019. I had to come off the ridge because it was windy. We got a little bit of shelter up at this lock-in. So that's the plan. We're going to camp in the same place, but instead of doing the Ring of Steel, we're actually going to do Stob Ban and Mullach nan Coirean, I think is how you pronounce it. So hopefully this gives us the boost that both of us need and reignite the love for hiking and camping. Because you know what, as much as I do love a bothy night, camping's where it's at for me. Camping will always be just a little bit better than a bothy. So obviously they've both got their place, but aye. Anyway, I'm starting to waffle on, so I'm going to push on up this path towards the pitch. And that up there, folks, is Stob Ban's impressive east aspect. Very craggy. That'll be a quartzite you're looking at up there. Plenty of bands of it. So yeah, with any luck we'll be up there tomorrow morning. Nice. From memory, I seem to remember we were pitched just above the loch in. There's nobody else here, which is good. Yeah, I can't remember exactly where we were. Hopefully the camera can just pick it out, but you can probably just make out a series of boulders. We were probably there the last time, rather right at the loch-in. Right troops, believe it or not, I think I found the same spot I was in back in April 2019. There's a big boulder there, it looks very familiar, and I actually just quickly watched back my video. I'm sure I was right here. So I'll just take a step back. Yeah, so those of you may remember, my trail star was here, and I think Kevin was just over a wee bit, somewhere around there. Aye, because Kevin had a better view down the glen, but we've actually been out there, it's a wee bit more breezy, so I think we're going to tuck in here for the night. Eh, Sean?
Yes, we're going to listen to the trickle of the river, and it will help us sleep, put in a meditative state.
Give some nuts.
Here's my nuts, hen.
Go and pour them in my hand, I'm holding the camera. Cheers, hen.
No bother, hen.
Right, let's get pitched. Finally, folks, the first wild camp of 2026, and it's only taken me 6 months nearly, so happy days, finally. Anyways, I am absolutely Hank Marvin. I'm going to get dinner on the go and just chill out for the evening. I'll show you some of the scenes later on as well. Kevin is rocking the new Lanshan 2026, is it?
Yes.
And is it, sorry, the sand khaki green, is it, or?
Khaki.
Khaki.
Very nice, isn't it?
Yes.
It's actually bigger than the original wee Flames Creed Lanshan I've got. A few little new.
What colour is that one? Was it green?
That was green, yeah.
Aye.
There's new material up on the sort of walking pole as well, because this is where there's a stress.
Yeah, you mentioned that in your video, that they've strengthened this point
We've
here.
also got a waterproof zip. It's actually bigger as well.
What was before? It was a storm flap, wasn't it?
We've got a wee metal look instead of a plastic. I'll need to work it out.
And they look like glow in the dark as well.
Yes.
Yes. Nice one, mate.
One Lanshan.
Meanwhile, I have got my favourite tent from 2025, the Durston X-Dome. And that's my setup inside. Sorry, the sun is casting a shadow there. Dinner tonight, veggie couscous with some chicken ramen noodle soup. Nice one. That's just so nice, having the sun on my face. Till Kev blocks my light probably. How did I guess? There is my odd socks. I must admit the left foot does feel a little bit more fatigued. I don't know if that's just my imagination, but aye, they're getting swapped tomorrow. We're on the boil, folks. Happy days, get the main meal in. So I was in my local shop this morning buying porridge last minute because I never had any in the house, and then I noticed this. Jaffa Donuts, the original Jaffa donut, and I thought I'll try that and then I'll share my findings with you guys. Although to be fair, it'd probably just be like a Jaffa cake in a donut shape. Can't even do the full moon joke. Full moon. Half moon. That's actually decent, by the way. Total eclipse. If you know that advert, you're obviously of a certain vintage like me, so I'm in my mid-40s. But I did this joke at work, and most of us found it funny, but then there was one girl, she's about 26 years old, she just had this blank expression on her face and she went, "Why are you doing that?" And I went, "Have you not seen the advert?" And she's like, "What advert?" So it was a Jaffa cake advert back in, I don't know, was it the early 90s, 90s? And she went, "Alright, okay." And about half an hour later she came back and she said, "Oh, I looked on YouTube, I found that video." She goes, "I wasn't born." It's like, thank you for that, thank you. You just make me feel old. Alright Kev, where have you been?
Contemplating life. Doing a bit of qigong meditation. Nah, not really. Washing my pot.
Wash mine for me.
What?
Wash mine for me.
Bolt.
That's bad, you got your boots on and everything, I've no.
When I say I've washed my pot, I've just filled up with water.
It's just gone 10 o'clock folks, the sun has set behind that big bank of clouds out there to the west, so we're not going to get a nice sunset tonight unfortunately. But nevertheless, wind's only too bad. I'm going to hit the hay shortly, but what I'll do is I'll just spin the camera around and show you what I mean. So yeah, out to the west there, you can just see where the sun is set. Big bank of clouds. Fort William is over here somewhere. Stob Ban. Kevin's checked updated forecast, it's still saying 90% chance of cloud-free Munros, so fingers crossed. But it's saying by the afternoon, I mean, if he left here at 8, we'd be up there for about 9, so we're getting a lion.
Met Office Mountain says late morning though as well. The two of them are contradicting each other again.
Don't know if you can pick that up in the microphone, but Kevin's saying that the Met Office is contradicting MWIS by saying it's going to clear by mid-morning. So that means if we lie until back 8, 9, get up there for 10, we could actually get a view. But it's not agreeing with MWIS. He's not right, eh? Obviously the World Cup vibes. It's 20 past 10 folks, got the gym jams on. I might regret the short sleeve t-shirt right enough, but hey ho. Anyways, I'm off to bed. Good night folks. Night Kev. Night John boy. Oh, good morning campers.
It's nearly 6 o'clock. I've had a look outside. It's cloudy, but it is actually looking like it's clear, and I could see the summit of Stob Ban, so fingers crossed it should clear by the time we've packed up and had breakfast and all that.
Just admiring Kevin's lanchan, but I just noticed he's ran out of room to pitch his tent there. That peg's almost in the riverbed. Morning, Kev.
Shut it.
You shut it. Right, it is 8:05. Stob Ban is clear. We're packed up, ready to go. Kevin, for a change, was ready before me. Whoa! We should have a head start on any day trippers today. If they start about now, they'll be probably about 2 and a bit hours behind us. You always get the early bird though, so we might meet somebody up on the ridge. And now we've got views opening up to the south, over towards Glen Coe. I can make out the Munro ridge. I'll just pan the camera around now. So yeah, you've got the Munro just here. The big one in the cloud will be Mullach nan Coirean. And if I go forward a little bit, this ridge just in front of me there, that's a really nice corbett. I think it's pronounced Mamores nan Coirean. And for us, we've got Stob Ban here. Looks steep, but for what I remember, it's not too bad. Glen Nevis there, pretty much cloud free. And then we've got Stob Ban. You can just see the Devil's Ridge here. Stob Ban, it's a fine looking mountain, isn't it? Certainly from this side as well. The West Highland Way is just down there. The little ruin is just out of sight. It's a popular photo stop, that as well. You usually get some scran because you've just done the big climb out of Kinloch leaving. But anyways, for us, we've got the steep pull up to the summit here. Kev just ahead of me. From back down at the campsite there, Stob Ban looks really steep, but it's just this path that weaves in and out of the quartzite rocks here. It's not too bad at all.
Did you have a good day when you did these two?
I had a good day on this one. I'd done them as singletons, but claggy on Mullach. So this is pretty cool. Got a sheer drop down to my right. Hello! Nice wee echo. And then there's the summit just there. Somebody's actually caught up with us. They're just behind us here with a dog. And I was going to bring Luna for this weekend, but she had a little limp during the week, so I didn't want to chance it because these ones are quite rocky. So Luna has been rested up and hopefully fit for the next one. This is all new territory for me. I've never done the connecting ridge between the two Munros because I did these as singletons back in the day for various different reasons. One, I was stuck in the clag on the first one over there, so at least today I'm getting views. We also met two girls who are doing all 10 Munros, or plan to anyway, and met a couple of Americans who are over on holiday. They live near the Yosemite National Park, so they've come a long way to bag some Munros. Anyways, this is a bit of a steep rocky section, so I'm going to just put the camera away, get down onto the ridge, and I'll bring you back. Kevin, I'll give you a fiver if you go down there. I'll take a photo.
I'll do it for 100 quid.
Fiver's my last offer.
Tenner.
Deal. That's us just come off the summit of Stob Ban. It's a little bit bouldery and rocky in places, but not too bad. Hey Kev?
Yes.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
From now on, you can probably see in the camera there, it's just a nice grassy ridge. So today is the longest day of the year. We're going to make the most of it. We're going to nip out to that little top.
Let's go.
Just out there.
Move it.
I like to move it, move it.
Like that.
Move it. Check the size of that bad boy. Can't remember where I bought it from, but it was only like £1.50 or something. Bargain. So that's my second breakfast. But first, let's do this little ridge. That was well worth the little detour. Quite a nice little ridge out to the spur. And actually, you can continue on and escape this way as well, or come up. So I think that's what the two Americans done. They've came up this way, Stob Ban first, and then over to Mullach. Now it's time to get my munch on with that giant flapjack. Yeah, so we had a bit of an extended break. We are just going to head down this ridge, and away over the back there you can probably see the Munro right at the back. Regretting life's decisions. Only joking, let's go. Had to stop and take my fleece off, get the shades out, and then it clouded back over. Typical. But anyways, we've got the last ascent up to the Munro, right there. And then it's decision time what we do from there. There's a filler top we can do. It stretches out to the west, or we can sort of head back down to Glen Nevis. So we'll have a confab with Kev up at the summit and we'll make a decision there. It's actually quite chilly again, so I'm going to vamoosh my way. My, that is a big cairn, folks. Let's make it a tad bigger. Boom. Superb, boss. So when I did this back in 2010, couldn't see a thing, clagged in, so second time round, got a view on a fine day. What's the time, Kev?
What do you want the time to be?
You know the time, you know the answer.
11 o'clock.
What a day, what a day.
What a day, what a day.
Well, after a prolonged lunch, that's us heading off the summit. We had our mackerel wrap and we were chatting away to two folk from Ardfern. Never caught their names, but they were really nice. Chatted away and then Kev gave me a shout out for the channel. So they might look us up. If you do, hello. Anyways, this is the route ahead. You can see we'll head down this ridge so far and pick up the woods. The woods. Want to take a shortcut?
Let's go.
Go for it.
Am I going to slip about flying? Probably not a good idea then.
Nah.
Stop encouraging me, Robin.
Are you lost, wee laddie? I know in international standards our mountains are pretty small, but when you look at the Ben, you've got to appreciate just the bulkiness and the size of it when you look around elsewhere. So yeah, there's Glen Nevis there obviously. In the meantime, we're making steady progress down towards the woods and I will report back and let you know how boggy it is. Yeah, it's getting a bit more boggy underfoot now. We're on the lower reaches, which is to be expected. In fact, got a bit of a quagmire coming up now. Path seems to swing around it, that's good. This deer fence has been on our right all the way down. If you're coming up, obviously it'll be on your left. Phew, that's that section finished. That wasn't the best. Quite steep and slippy and muddy in places. Now I've crossed the stile, I'm in the woodlands. A little bit of respite from the sun, and this is pretty wet as well underfoot. Well, this is pretty overgrown. That's me on the forestry track now. You can see there is a cairn which marks the little staircase there into the Forest of Doom. For us, we will ping on down this track and see what this last section's like down into Glen Nevis. So the last path off the track wasn't very obvious. So you do the dog leg and there's no cairn marking it, but you'll just see, I'll just swing the camera around. So there's a signpost there on the corner. If you just come round a little bit, I walked past this. But this looks like my route down here. Perfect. Looks a good path as well. Well troops, that was 8 months in the making, but finally got a wild camping. I really don't know how it's just took so long. Crappy weather, back issues, lack of motivation, but hurrah, we did it. Absolutely chuffed. It's been a great weekend with Kev. Good to get him back out as well. No pressure, we did 2 Munros that we've did before. So aye, it's been a good one, really enjoyed this. I've actually just realised as well that this trip will complete the set of 3 videos which covers all 10 Munros. So to finish off the video, what I'll do is I'll leave the Ring of Stell video here, and then over in this corner I will leave the Western 4 Munros. So if you're interested in watching them, by all means fire away. Otherwise, I'll catch you next one. Cheers!